I'm going to show to John and Phil and you and everybody else that I am legit and that we're taking the next step forward in this mega awesome show. So go ahead and let's go ahead and we're going to call Tom Hanks. I actually got his phone number via his pup. Oh, I just got a text message here. What does this say? Okay, but we got ourselves a situation here.
What?
Okay, it says it's actually from Mr. Hanks' publicist, who I've been in touch with.
Don't even tell me you did it.
It says Tom Hanks. I'm literally reading this for the first time. Tom Hanks has been arrested for public intoxication, and his involvement in a nightclub brawl in Jefferson County. Please see the attached photo of his mugshot and post it to the podcast. If you take a look at your phone or your computer screen right now, and you might be able to see the mugshot. Unfortunately, he will be unavailable to appear on your podcast for the foreseeable future. Motherfucker! Fuck! Are you fucking serious? You know what? I got in touch with this fucking publicist like 3 goddamn months ago. We've been sharing emails almost every fucking day, and why is Tom Hanks drinking? And what is he doing in a brawl? Why is he getting in fights? This isn't Tom Hanks. What the fuck? Now John's correct. Now everyone's gonna say I'm fucking full of shit. Every time I get a guest on the fucking podcast, you guys are gonna be, oh, that's not really him. You guys, look what you did with Tom Hanks. You baited me in, you fucking retard. There goes my perfect commissioner ranking. No way I'm getting a 10 now, but you know what? Fuck that. Who the fuck cares if I get a 10? No, Bob, it doesn't even matter anymore if I get a perfect 10. What does it matter? You know what? I didn't even get a fucking little ribbon or a little shake of the hand at the award ceremony. You guys didn't say shit about my number 10. I didn't get a little round of applause. Now we're not going to have an interactive segment. This show is going to have a hole in it. We're going to have a big fat fucking hole in this show. Bob,
hey.
What? I'm pissed. What?
Yeah, I mean, all of that is true. You won't get the perfect commissioner rating and all that stuff. But
there's no but. It's the end of the show. We might as well conclude.
I think I can help us out here.
Okay.
I'm striving to get a perfect assistant commissioner rating this year, and I was a little hesitant as well with Mr. Hanks. I wasn't really sure if that was gonna happen or not. So I actually. You could call it I got a substitute.
You did?
I got a substitute for Mr. Hanks just in case, and it's actually.
I knew you had my back, Bob.
You know
I know you have my back.
It worked out pretty well because I almost wish we had started the Tom Hanks interview and then I don't know, at 1 o'clock and then at 1:30 we substituted this other guy in because it would have worked out perfectly, because you know something about that, don't you? Subbing guys in at 1:30 even though the game started at 1? I don't know, like a quarterback for rhymes with Rad Rennie.
Well, I was thinking about, I think I have David Garrard's cell phone on speed dial. We can get in touch with him. Is that who you're talking about?
He's the Tom Hanks of this whole scenario.
Okay.
The David Garrard. We had David Garrard.
Yeah. So Tom Hanks is David Garrard?
Right. And Chad Henne, I suppose, is the Chad Henne.
Wait a minute. Are you telling me that we have Chad... You're able to get Chad Henne?
I secured an interview with Chad Henne.
So you mean to tell me that our first ever... I've been working for a long time to get our first NFL player on this show, and you... Oh, fucking Bub over here, trying to get a fucking perfect assistant commissioner. He's not even an assistant commissioner, he's the commission apprentice, first of all. And first of all, Bub, who the fuck cares anymore if anyone gets a perfect 10? Because you don't get shit for it. I got nothing. You didn't even say, hey, by the way, everyone, let's give it to the commissioner for a little perfect commission last year. I got fucking shit. I am pissed off now because now you are stealing my thunder. Now you're sweeping in here and substituting Chad Henne.
I work for intrinsic rewards. That just means I'm in it for the inner beauty, not the ribbons and the medals. I'm in it just to make everyone happy.
Didn't Ed Hockley teach us last week? We all make mistakes and to move forward. You're going to come in here and substitute Chad Henne? Fuck that! I'm calling bullshit. I don't think you really have Chad Henne.
I do. I really do.
Now, The Dynasty Podcast brings you an interactive and likely ridiculous segment with borderlines on actual legit media. Buckle up your fucking seatbelts for the Dynasty Podcast interactive segment.
And now, on the Jubes Family Restaurant Interactive Guest Hotline, he is a starting quarterback for the Jacksonville Jaguars and a legend in our fantasy football league, Chad Henne. Chad, thanks for being on the Dynasty Podcast.
Thanks for having me.
You have a young group of receivers. You mentioned Cecil Shorts earlier. Had a bit of a breakout season last year. Justin Blackman seems to be loaded with potential. Can you talk a little bit about your receiving core?
I think Cecil Short's coming off a great year last year, and obviously Justin. Those two will definitely be our starting blocks and our foundation there. So we're pretty happy with them and what they've become, and keep improving each and every day. And then the organization did a great job with getting Denard Robinson here, another playmaker, and obviously Ace Sanders, and drafting him out of South Carolina. So we're pretty happy where we're at. But we got a lot of guys that are competing. Mike Brown's really been coming along. He was in the practice squad last year, and he's really stepping up this year. And obviously Mercedes Lewis at tight end. So we're pretty happy where we're at. We just need to keep getting better each and every day and really stress just the fundamentals and just click and get in the right plays and just become really good at it.
Great, Chad. Now, you play with one of the more, premier running backs in the NFL, and Maurice Jones-Drew. What do you think it is about his game which makes him so successful?
Well, first off, I think he's just a smart player. I mean, he understands the run game and where to cut and when to stretch it outside, and he's obviously a great protector too. He's stout. You can leave him in on third down. He can catch out of the backfield. But I just think the way he runs, he's just got something to prove each and every time he touches the ball, that he wants to be somebody special, and he wants to gain the extra yards and be the best. So I really enjoy having him around and his leadership and just the way he plays.
Great. And speaking of MJD, he's made it very known that he thoroughly enjoys playing fantasy football. Chad, what are your thoughts on fantasy football, and just curious if you play it at all?
I have not played it, but there's a lot of people that are involved, and I think it's a great thing to keep the fans involved. It's not just watching their favorite team; it's really kind of going outside the box and picking your favorite players and kind of following each and every team in the NFL, and that just brings a lot more fans and more competition from the fan base to our sport. So it's very exciting, and I think it's a pretty neat thing that they do.
Chad, we're in a big fantasy league, and a few years ago there was a bit of a scandal actually involving you. It's been known as Hennegate. Our commissioner put you into the lineup. I think you after about halftime, you were playing at 1 o'clock. You had 2 touchdowns, about 200 yards. His starting quarterback had nothing. He subbed you in illegally, and we went forward, and it was a pretty big scandal in our fantasy leagues. How does it feel knowing that not only are you a part of our, specifically our lives, but just going out every day, every Sunday and playing football for all these fans and fantasy football as well? People are really rooting for you.
I think, just getting to this stage, you're just very humble and blessed that you get to have this opportunity in your time. And really for what I try to do is, let everybody see my best every time they come out and see me or watch me. So my goal is to be my best and play at my best every time somebody watches me, and hopefully you get a couple followers with you. But, hopefully this year I get the opportunity to play and help some people out in their leagues and, create some more fans around me.
Excellent. Now, Chad, we actually recently had NFL referee Ed Hockley on the show. Obviously, he's kind of known for being in pretty great shape. When you're out on the field, in the heat of the battle, do you ever mistake him as a linebacker or anything like that?
No, he's behind me, so I really don't get much of him, but you just try to stay in his good favor and with him throughout the game and just have a feeling what he's going through and, ask him some questions about some things and just keep him involved.
Excellent. Great.
Well, his name is Chad Henne. He is the quarterback for the Jacksonville Jaguars. And Chad, good luck this season, and thank you for being on the Dynasty Podcast.